Well, hello. Well, hello there. I am Rudy95, and this is more Dynasty Warriors 2. We're heading to the Battle of He Fei as the Wu forces as Lu Xun on hard difficulty now. Last episode we began Lu Xun's Mushu mode. We swarmed through the Yellow Turban Rebellion and the Hulao Gate and the Battle of Chibi, destroyed all three of those enemy forces, and now we're at He Fei, which is the fourth battle on hard district. So I've never done this as Lu Xun, and I've never started up at this end before either, so this is new for me as well. So I believe what I want to do is the first thing you want to do is you want to save your allies first and foremost, because stage 4 is playing on hard. If you get max stats, then stage 4 is the stage where you need to stop. You can't run ahead and just do your own thing. You need to save your allies, so that your commander doesn't get in trouble, basically. And your commander will get in trouble, especially on He Fei. As you know, Zhang Liao appears in He Fei, and if you're playing as the Wu forces or as the Wei forces, but it's even worse if you're playing as the Wu forces, because, well, he's against you if you're in the Wu forces. So Zhang Liao will appear and he will create havoc, but you do have a little while before you really need to get to him, and you do also have a while before he actually even turns up. So you've got some time to take out some enemy officers, lower some morale and save some of your allies. So I would recommend taking out the officers that are immediately in front of you, like I'm doing right now. I'm taking down Zhao because he's the officer that's right in front of me. And frame rate drops because there's so many people on screen. Well done, game. This never usually happens, but for some reason it happened this time. Frame rate drops. It's not the last time that it happens either. So you want to go for the officer who is immediately in front of your starting position, and then from there on in, you just kind of want to work your way to whoever needs you most and base that off morale, and base off who needs you most. I usually end up having to clear the southern enemy officers such as Juju, Cao Ren, Dian Wei, etc. before I need to come up and get Jia Dun and Jia Yuan. So it's always a good idea, but once you've cleared those enemy officers and you've saved your allies, take out Zhang Liao, because he'll be, as soon as Zhang Liao starts attacking Sun Quan, that is when you need to go and start attacking Zhang Liao, and he's not impossible to defeat. He's actually not as difficult as you would imagine if you've got full stats. He's not that bad, actually. Take him down, and then once you've done that, you can just storm right through to Cao. Go whatever way, take whatever way. You only need to go one way, you don't need to get every officer. You can if you want, but you don't need to. It's not necessary, and then just go straight to Cao. And that is the plan for the He Fei stage as the Blue forces on hard. Now Jia Dun, he's putting up quite a good fight. He does not want to admit that he's going to die. He doesn't want to admit that Lu Xun can kick his ass, so he's putting up a massive fight. And this is another thing that happened. Sun Quan will send reinforcements to both Lu Meng, Lu Xun and Tai Shi. And when both Cheng Pu and Han Dang have been sent to their respective locations by Sun Quan, after that, then is when Zhang Liao will appear. So you kind of know when Zhang Liao is going to appear when you start seeing Han Dang and Cheng Pu moving towards Lu Xun, Lu Meng and Tai Shi. And Jia Dun is dead. That's one enemy officer down. And always remember that if you take care of the enemy officer and the commander, then any sub-generals he has will retreat and you won't have to deal with them. And also all the morale for all troopers under that unit will deplete automatically down to 0, which means they are much easier to kill. Always remember that. So sometimes it's good to go for the troopers surrounding the enemy officer if they're extremely powerful. Sometimes it's good to go straight for the officer if you can handle it. Sorry. But it's always good to just do whatever you kind of just feel the best at to do. Sorry about that, I was interrupted in my recording. Despite having a medal hanging off the front of my door, which means don't come in, I'm recording. People still just come in anyway, regardless. So, sorry about that. But, there you go, Cheng Pu, back up Lu Xun. And always get the attack times 2 boosts. The attack times 2 boosts are your saving grace in this game. Always pick them up, and always pick up meat buns, no matter what. If you need them or not, take them. Because you might as well take them if they're there, right? I mean, what's the point in leaving them? I mean, you might as well take them. Your bodyguards might need them, so... So Cheng Pu is heading up to help us, even though we don't really need help. But he's heading up to help us, so that means that Zhang Liao will be appearing soon and heading straight for Sun Quan. Now, Zhang Liao... Usually, there goes Ding Feng. Juju's morale goes up, which means he's going to be a priority target now. But when Zhang Liao arrives, he is usually held. He's usually slowed down for a little while by a sub-general of our forces. I think it's Pan Zhang. It's Pan Zhang, I believe, and he can hold Zhang Liao down. So now I've decided that Jiahao. There you go. There's Zhang Liao. And I've realised that Zhang Liao is coming, so I've decided to leave Jiahao Yuan to Lu Meng and Cheng Pu. And I'm heading to go clear out Dian Wei and Juju, and then eventually Zhang Liao. So that's the plan. As you can see, as Zhang Liao appears, a lot of morale goes immediately from all your officers, but if you defeat Zhang Liao, all the morale increases, so you can get it all back. Yes, walking. A lot of this game is walking. I wish I'd gotten on a horse. I really do wish I'd gotten on a horse. Horses are so much quicker than to walk everywhere, but here we are, we're back into the thick of the battle with Dian Wei's forces. Dian Wei is actually not that tough to beat. And here comes Gang Ning. Gang Ning will appear for your forces after Zhang Liao appears. And he's basically the Zhang Liao equivalent for you. So he will kick ass over there. But he will get defeated if you don't go over there and help. He's not invincible, not invulnerable, and he will get defeated. And never do what I did. Never do that. Never use a Mushu against a playable enemy officer first, because then they'll just interrupt it with their own and stop yours and just hit you. Always keep your Mushu until you're either sure that you can kill them in a couple of hits with it, or they are doing their Mushu and then you interrupt them with your Mushu. Because believe me, it is so irritating to know that you can kill someone with a Mushu and then get interrupted by their Mushu. And sometimes you can even die from it, like Lu Bu has caught me with that a couple of times in this Let's Play actually. Get away from me with your puny little sword. Oh, I'm kind of getting a bit surrounded and my bodyguards are dropping like flies right now. That's not good at all. Maybe should have planned this out a little more than I did. But like you said, just focus on the commander and you can take him down, and bye bye to all those sub-generals and all that morale that he's got. Always use, you can usually just get like a spam combo going 1, 2, break the defense. 1, 2, break defense. Hit 1, 2, break defense, etc., etc. That's what I did with Dian Wei just there. That's how I managed to get him. And don't do what I'm doing. Like, once you kill an enemy officer, if you're low on health like I am right now, you want to hang back, hang around, and try and kill the guards, because as you know, the guards drop life recovery items each time you kill them. A feature that was sadly terminated. Terminated, what a way to describe it. Sadly, it was made defunct in later games, but in Dynasty Wars 2 you can get healing items for sure from guards, so always stick by. Oh no, it's not Pang Zhang, it's Zhou Tai. Zhou Tai is the sub-general that holds off Zhang Liao. Just kind of trying to figure out what way I want to go, who I want to go attack, what the situation is, what officers' morale is high and whose is not high, etc. Because you need to keep an eye on it. People who say that this game has no strategy elements to it are completely wrong. They are obviously not playing this game on the harder difficulties. There is a massive strategy element to it. You need to know who to help and who to fight. Who's the biggest target, who's the weakest force there. You need to know these things, you need to know when to target them. Let's see if we can finish off Lu Xun's story in this episode, shall we? I don't think we will. I don't know if we will manage it, but we could do. We might be able to. You never know. And here's Zhu now. Zhu is powerful, very powerful. You do not want to let him get a combo on you, or even hit you, if you can avoid it. Well, obviously you don't, I'm telling you that. But if you can avoid that, if you can do what I'm doing right now and just get a combination that works on him, don't knock him down, whatever you do, and just keep on repeating the combo until he goes down, because he is extremely powerful, Zhu. More powerful than Dian Wei. Now that Zhu is gone, Cao Ren is over there. So once I take care of Cao Ren, that means that Tai Shi and everybody, all my allied officers are free to charge the last line of defense for He Fei Castle, which is the last enemy officers that are in a ring formation around the castle. So I'm ignoring that sub-general because I don't need to kill him. Oh, I need to kill Cao Ren. So that's the only person I need to worry about. Cao Ren, I don't need to care about you, Cao Hong. You're a sub-general. Sub-generals are beyond me. And it's the non-NPC enemy officers, they're a lot easier to fight and kill than the playable ones, obviously. So you'll have a much easier time with them. I don't think you need to worry about them countering your Mushu with their Mushu problem as much. But the same thing applies, just kind of try. It's so irritating when that happens, when you're like just literally like a slight sliver of health left on them. Just get a combination that works, try and get yourself non-surrounded so you can just be one-on-one with the enemy officer, figure out a combination that works, repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until they die, basically. And now we can head for Zhang Liao, now that all those allied officers are saved. As you can see, Zhang Liao is just starting to attack Sun Quan's encampment in the bottom left hand corner. And Jiang Quan, oh it was Jiang Quan. I got it wrong twice, that's embarrassing. So there's Zhou Tai is still there, but Zhang Liao will dispatch him, so we need to get our asses over there and save Sun Quan. But I always recommend, just like you always save before you take on Lu Bu, I recommend that you always save before taking on Zhang Liao in equal measure. Because Zhang Liao for this mission has been granted Lu Bu-like privileges. Lu Bu-like stats, Lu Bu-like health. Martin. And here is the save point, which is quite critical because this is the save you should get before attacking Zhang Liao. The save points don't change location, they remain in the same location each time you play the map, so once you learn the save point locations you're going to have a big advantage. Now come on Zhang Liao. I am Lu Xun. Can't deal with this double-bladedness, strategicness, awesomeness. Double-bladedness, strategicness, awesomeness. That's actually kind of hard to say. And here he is. But you know what? Don't take him on surrounded by his troopers. No, you want to take him on alone or with allies, which I'm not doing right now. So kind of lure the enemy officer back towards where you've got some of your allies. If you're playing on hard, don't try and fight enemy officers on your own, surrounded, because it's just not going to bode well for you. Especially Zhang Liao on this stage. As you can see, his health is really high, and he's got full morale. But we're still doing decent damage to him. We really are. We're doing quite a lot of damage. And as you can see, I just interrupted his Mushu with my own. So it works both ways, which is why you should keep your Mushu for when the enemy officer you're fighting uses theirs. And yet we've got him down to half health. If I can just manage to not knock him down, and no one else knocks him down, then we've got this in the bag and Zhang Liao's down. As you can see, it's not impossible to kill him. That didn't get him, damn. It's okay, he's still got small health, so I can finish him off if I just... there you go. As you can see, that wasn't that difficult. And a good point to note to make is that Zhang Liao will have an attack up +10 boost if you kill him on He Fei. So that's a very nice little piece of information for those of you who are looking for information to grind. Get a 10+ to attack here. Although it's not the best stage for grinding, I will say. It's not the best stage. There are better stages out there for grinding than He Fei. So now we just want to go and we just want to destroy the enemy forces that are outside the castle. I believe I'm going to head for Zhang He right now, who Zhao Yun is fighting. And I'm just going to break through into He Fei Castle on one side. Not going to bother breaking in through the other. Because hey, if I'm inside He Fei Castle, then that's all who needs to be in He Fei Castle. Then I can just destroy everyone. But I'm going to break through on the western side and go straight for Cao Cao. Just break through one gate, break through the second gate, and then I'm into the inner square where Cao Cao is sitting with his elite troops. And Cao Cao's elite troops are elite. They will cause you some hassle. They really will. Horse riding, how fun. Travelling across the battlefield. Yay! How I love doing this. As before, ignore these little guys. If you've full stats and such, you don't need to get them. You can just go straight for Zhang He. And defeating Zhang He will open up that drawbridge, which allows us access to He Fei Castle. And the good pattern to have is use your second charge attack to break their defense, and then follow up with 1-2 attack, or 1-2-3 attack. Don't go for the fourth, because your fourth attack always knocks them down. So don't do that. This is a good combination and it works on a lot of officers. I would really recommend it. Some people may call it cheating. It's not really cheating, is it? It's just playing the game. Playing it well, knowing what to do to get their health down. That fight would have been about 3 times longer if I had knocked him down every time. And the drawbridge is lowered. Into the castle we go. And we've got more officers. We've got Cao Pi, who drops a 10+ to life every time you kill him on any stage, which is important to note for grinding reasons. All we need to do is kill Cao Pi in order to get through to the inner circle. Well, square, it's not a circle, it's square, Martin. Let's get Cao Pi and get through to the inner square and take out Cao Cao. End this mission. I mean, once you get to this point in the game, you're pretty much set. I mean, the only way you can lose at this point is if you run out of time, or if Sun Quan dies, or well, Sun Quan's probably not going to die, or if you die. Try to avoid using your deflect counter move, you know, when you guard and then you press square at the same time they hit you and you counter and knock them off, because it does knock them off their feet and they do recover after that. So here I am, I'm using my patent combination move that I use a lot on Cao P, and as you can see it's working still. Be careful when they become confused, because they will get knocked into the air and it will result in them being knocked down, which means they'll recover if you don't kill them. So there you go, Cao P's plus 10 to life. Always very useful to know. I believe you can fight Cao P on the Wuzhang Plains, Chibi as he comes for reinforcements for Cao Cao, He Fei, this battle obviously, and Changbang. And Jiazhu. This is the elites of Cao Cao's forces, so I've got 2 enemy officers on me right now. 2 enemy officers and a hell of a lot of troops. But it's not impossible to get through this situation. This situation is doable if you just isolate the enemy officers one at a time. And I think that was my last bodyguard that died. It was my last bodyguard, and there you go, 0 bodyguards. It's all just me. Lu Xun on his own. How sad is this, guys? So you want to avoid getting into situations like this that I'm in right now. You want to avoid this if you can. I'm dumb and I haven't avoided it. So maybe I can just take out Cao Cao if I go straight for Cao Cao. But this probably isn't going to work, but it's not going to stop me from trying. Like I say, if you don't kill them with your Mushu, then it's useless because they usually recover. Let's see, he recovered. And enemy rulers have much more recoveries than normal officers do, so you can knock them down more often and they'll recover more often than a regular officer, which is important to note. And I've got 3 enemy officers and a crap ton of enemy troopers. I did not think this through, did I? Try and clear out some enemy forces. Always try and get out of the circle that they'll surround you. And frame rate drops, because I love frame rate drops. Although it does kind of look cool seeing them get swirled away in slow motion. That was kind of cool though, I will admit. Should have more things in slow motion in this game, it would be awesome. Try and take out as many troopers as I can with that Mushu. What I really need now is a healing item, because I really don't want to risk going into red health. So what I really need is a healing item right now, game. If you could be so kind as to give me one. Please. Pretty please. Looks like we're winning the fight on the outskirts of this castle, but that doesn't exactly help me right now. You hear that, allied forces? You're not helping me right now. I need more help. Maybe I shouldn't have ran in here all myself, but still I need your help. Oh, and that's always a good thing to do if you have if there's a Mushu recovery there while you're Mushuing. It's always a good idea to try and pick it up while you're Mushuing so you can just recover and have a longer one. Not only is it awesome to do, but it's pretty practical as well. We're starting to clear out the crowd that's... Meat bun! Give me the meat bun! Thank you. We're starting to clear out the crowd. Oh, there's a meat bun over there. No, it vanished. We're starting to clear out the crowd that was once massive, is now just medium sized. We're getting there. Oh, ×2 to attack. Now things get real. Things get serious. Bye bye. Junyu is dead already. No one can mess with me now. Now that I have this. Hell, I could probably kill Cao Cao if I get to him in time and get him with this. Hey, look, I just knocked the mic, sorry. We have an allied officer here helping us. Someone heard our plea for help. Let's try and get Jia Zhu. And the bastard blocked. Nam. I love it when their Mushu just misses completely. Oh, it's Zhou Yu. Zhou Yu is here. Zhou Yu and Lu Xun working together to bring down Cao Cao, the evil maniac. That third attack for Lu Xun is kinda useless. Oh, meat bun! Me wants, me gets. Right, it's just me and Cao Cao and a couple of his bodyguards now. Jia Zhu has decided that he doesn't want to risk, he doesn't want to deal with me, you know? He can't cope with me, I'm just too warrior-y for him. Warrior-y, that is not even a word. Come on, Cao Cao, it's me and you, epic duel time. Oh, Jia Zhu, you decided to reappear, did you? Well, I guess I'll just have to deal with you too. I'll put you 10 feet under the ground. Damn you, nameless stripper, with your Mushu. This should get him, hopefully. Oh, please get him. Damn, didn't get him. Don't recovery. Ah, he only got defense. So I think, oh, there's another enemy officer, Cheng Yu. How many officers does he have here in this little square? I think it's 3. Cheng Yu, Jun Yu, and Jia Zhu. Maybe Cao Cao just likes to have officers around him with where their names rhyme. Cao Cao was a poet in real life, so that would not surprise me. Just clearing out his guards, one at a time, an epic duel for the ages. Zhou Yu's not really doing much, he's just there, he's just like my cheerleader, he's my mascot. The great mascot. He's a mascot with a sword, which makes him the best kind of mascot. I think he's out of life. No, he's not, damn. And Jia Hao Yuan is gone. Thank you, Lu Meng. Now get in here and help me. I think he's out of life recoveries now. Every time I say that, he just life recoveries. It's like he knows what I'm saying. He's like, haha, look at you, you're wrong. It's like a jinx. Oh look, I've got him. Sometimes if you get enemy officers away from their sitting position, as I like to call it, where they're standing, and you do this combo, you can just continuously hit them with this and kill them, if you get lucky. See, he runs back to what I call as his sitting position, where he sits until the mission progresses. Oh, I can get him! I can get him! Don't you turn and block! Yes! Cao Cao is dead. The Wei Empire is also dead. Your dream and your empire are dead. And we are triumphant. Yeah, 30 minutes to do that. So we've got another 10 minutes of Yi Ling to do, where we destroy the Shu forces. And Gang Ning, I didn't even get onto the scoreboard. Jeez, I must have had negative points because I lost all my bodyguards. I don't get it. There's not even any water there, you know, for the boats. I mean, there's boats in the north right corner, but that's like only for there's only like 2 of them. And here we are. We're our own officer now. We've got 2 sub-generals under us. Sounded wrong. You know what I mean by under us. But I think the strategy for the Yi Lings, the Wu forces, is I believe you can just leave Zhang Fei and Zhang Fei's forces to do as they want, because Hung Gai, Zhou Tai, and Cheng Pu will hold Zhang Fei up pretty much until you can do everything you need to do to win the battle. So my plan and strategy is to go and defeat Guan Yu because he's surrounded and isolated. And Guan Yu is my first target. Clear him up so I can free up Zhou Yu and Lu Meng's forces. And then go and take out the following: Hong Zhong, Ma Chao and Zhao Yun. So I can free up Tai Shi Shi and Gang Ning. And with Zhou Yu, Lu Meng, Tai Shi Shi and Gang Ning, you can then assault Liu Bei's main camp. Word of warning, you do not want to go into Liu Bei's main camp yourself, even on normal difficulty, or even easy difficulty I would say, for reasons you'll see when we get there. And here he is. There's Guan Yu has like 4 or 5 sub-generals underneath him, so it's good if you want to grind, but if you want to just take him out, go straight for Guan Yu. He's not that difficult, to be honest. You would think he would be like Zhang Liao, but he's not. You would think he would have like boosted stats. And if you're Wu, then you'll have a couple of boats here with archers, well, not archers, crossbowmen, to help you out. They can be a bit of a pain though, and they can be counterproductive, because when you're fighting Guan Yu, I think you've seen it just there, you go, you've seen it just there. The crossbowmen will all fire in unison, and Guan Yu will be hit numerous times, and if he gets hit numerous times by arrows, then he gets hit into the air. Like that, what just happened there. And he falls to the ground and recovers. So the crossbowmen can be really counterproductive. And if you're playing in Shu, well, the crossbowmen should be your first priority, because basically they're complete assholes. Guan Yu, you're going down, you're surrounded, you get 3 prodigies of Wu attacking you right now. And annoying crossbowmen that are knocking him down, allowing him to life recover. If you could just stop that, thanks. Oh, if only this was Bioshock and I could use would you kindly. I mean, Zhang Fei, he will eventually defeat Hung Gai and Zhou Tai and all the rest of them that are down there. He will eventually defeat them and break through to the main encampment of where Sun Quan is. He will eventually do that, but your forces hold him up long enough for you to defeat everyone you need to defeat and get where you need to get. So once you defeat Guan Yu, I recommend you use the save that's here. I recommend you use the save, because defeating Guan Yu puts you in a good position basically. And that centre area where Tai Shi Shi and Gang Ning are fighting, that area is critical to capture, because depending on whose side captures it, it will lead to that side having the advantage in the battle. You don't really need to worry about Lu Xun, Hung Gai and Zhou Tai if you're playing as Shu, because the Stone Sentinel Maze, I did show this off in Jiang Wei's story mode, that the Stone Sentinel Maze holds them up for a long time. So you can just defeat whoever you want, and they'll only be like halfway through it by the time you get to Sun Quan. So saving these guys is our top priority. We cannot lose the centre, we need to save it, and we need to save Tai Shi Shi and Gang Ning, because for this final assault on Liu Bei's main camp, you need as many officers as you can get. Trust me, you do. Ah, Ma Chao. Ma Chao is probably one of the easier ones to defeat. I would say Zhao Yun is the toughest one to defeat, and Hong Zhong, and then Ma Chao in terms of fighting them. Although Hong Zhong doesn't have any officers underneath him, he doesn't have any sub-generals, so maybe he's a better one. I don't think Zhao Yun has any sub-generals either though. But I know that Ma Chao has Ma Dai underneath him. And there's another save right next to me right now, by the way. Just so you know, there's another save right there in the centre, which is another critical save to get. Now that Ma Dai has been taken care of, Ma Chao should be slim pickings. Always a good idea to check how all your allies are doing in terms of morale, because if you need to, if Zhang Fei breaks through Hung Ai and Zhou Tai too soon, you need to go take care of Zhang Fei, no question. Usually though, he doesn't break through them for a while though. Come on, Ma Chao, you wait nothing. Gang Ning will be a pain. He'll knock him down all the time. There you go, just did it. That's why I prefer fighting enemy officers one-on-one. Because the enemy your officers, allied officers, just are a pain and an inconvenience to fight alongside with. Especially on harder difficulties. I can see how in future Dynasty Warriors games they won't be, and it'll be really helpful because they got rid of the whole knocking them down makes them recover thing. But for Dynasty Warriors 2, fighting alongside them is a pain in the butt. I could have killed Ma Chao, and I have no idea how to trigger that little that little 3-hit thing. I don't know how to trigger it. But sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Shouldn't have done this. Oh, he's been knocked, it's okay, maybe I can get him. Nope, damn, he's gonna recover, there you go. And he got a full recovery as well. Which is the worst kind of recovery. I think after he gets his full recovery, he runs out of recoveries though. And he's kicking my ass with a Mushu. And Lu Meng is dead by Zhao Yun, so I didn't get to save him after all because he's incompetent at his job. He can't even defend himself without me. I just hope Zhou Yu doesn't die as well. Zhao Yun will have to be my priority after Ma Chao. And he's dead. So Zhao Yun shall be my priority. But we're gonna do that next time. We're gonna defeat Zhao Yun and head and defeat Liu Bei. Oh, Zhao Yun does have a sub-general, he has Wei Yan. So we're gonna do all that next time. Here he is, Zhao Yun. To the next video, you die, Zhao Yun. So thank you guys very much for watching this episode of Dynasty Warriors 2. I am Rudy95, and have a good one until the next episode. I will see you guys then. Can't wait for it.